Welcome to a short demonstration of the Blackboard registration system, also known as Genius. One of the first things about the registration system is it enables you to provide a catalog of training opportunities that are available to your users. That catalog can be your entire year's worth of training, or simply training for a particular group, or a catalog of an individual course. In the catalog, you have the ability to filter the catalog by category, date, delivery method, or location. You can also simply search to find a course in the catalog and easily find what you're looking for. Now, once you're in the catalog, you'll notice that you can see various information about the course. There is an info button that gives you more detailed information about the course. So if the course has prerequisites, has recommended courses, after you complete this course, we recommend you take these other courses. If the course is part of a learning path, it will tell you that this course is part of a learning path. You can group courses together into a series of courses that can either be taken all at once or in a sequential order. And we can register for you for the series of courses, not just an individual course. So what I'm going to do is simply pick a few courses here. And notice as I pick the courses, the register button changes to add to cart. And then that register button will change from add to cart to enrolled to completed as you complete the various training that you're taking. Now, once I sign up for these individual courses, I wanted to point out that what a learning path looks like is a learning path would look like this. Instead of an individual course, this learning path consists of 4 courses, and you would sign up for those 4 courses just like you would sign up for an individual course. Now, once you have all those courses in your shopping cart, you can proceed to checking out. And most users won't see this screen. They'll be passed right through because it had already been authenticated in. But if you already have an account, you would log in. But if you're a new user, you haven't, I'm going to say I'm new user 1 and new user 1. What you can do is you can collect as much information as you need to create the user account, and we will create the user account in the system. And what happens is that the registration system sends out a number of automated emails. One automated email would be when the account is created. They'll get an email for every course they're enrolled in. They'll get an email for every course they complete or drop. We have reminder emails. We have expiration emails. So there's a number of automated emails that go out that you can customize in order to keep in touch with the training programs and keep on top of the training programs for your users. Now, if you want to vend or make money from your courses, we can integrate with a payment gateway. And when the payment gateway is integrated, that financial transaction has to be successful in order for the enrollment to occur. We also have the ability to do coupon codes or discounts. So if you put in a coupon code and apply it, it took the $100 off. And so now instead of having to pay, I can just confirm that these are the 4 courses. I'll get an email for each one of the 4 courses that show me what courses I'm enrolled in. Now this is what we call our learner dashboard. And most LMSs have a sort of a My Courses module that show you courses you're enrolled in that particular LMS. But what we do is we combine them all into one active course list. This could be face-to-face courses, it could be online courses, it could be Collaborate sessions. So this course here is a Blackboard Collaborate webinar. And so when I click on it, it takes me into Blackboard Collaborate. If I go into this course is a Blackboard Learn Ultra course. So if I click on this workplace harassment, it takes me into Blackboard Learn Ultra. This user didn't exist in Blackboard Learn Ultra 2 seconds ago, but their account was created. They were enrolled by the registration system. They can see the content and take the content. Once they take the content, then what would happen is they would then once they take the content, then they would come back and they would maybe take a quiz that assesses their comprehension of the content. And that quiz will be a flag for us that they have successfully completed. If they get a score of 75% or above, we can automatically bring their grade in real time back into the system and then give them a certificate of completion, and then also add that course to their transcript. So now that I've completed the course, you'll notice that I can come back to the system, and you'll see that I took the workplace harassment quiz. You can view my grade. When I come back into Genius, you'll notice that the course has moved from my active course list to my completed course list. And you can just simply download, by clicking on this icon, you can either go back into the course or download a certificate of completion. And when you download that certificate, it shows you that this new user 1 just completed the workplace harassment course on 9/5/2019. And we can customize that certificate by individual course, by learning path for your institution. Now, not only, what you'll notice here too is that I've also been enrolled in a learning path which consists of 4 courses. 3 of the courses are pending because they're prerequisites of each other. I have to complete lesson 1 before I get enrolled in lesson 2, and then lesson 2 before I get enrolled in lesson 3. So when you complete a course and you go into lesson 1, again, this could have been a face-to-face course, it could be a Collaborate session, it could have been a Blackboard Learn instance. I come in and I take the quiz, I view whatever content's there, I complete the course, and then by completing the course, then my grade is immediately downloaded from the system, and then when I come back to the registration system, I will see that that course has moved from my active list to my completed list. So lesson 1 is now completed, and now I've been enrolled in lesson 2 from the pending course queue, and you can see on my learning path as I progress through, it will show me I completed lesson 1, then lesson 2, then lesson 3, then lesson 4, and then when I complete that, I can receive a certificate for my entire learning path. Now, based on the courses I've completed, you can print a transcript of all the courses that you've completed and saying, oh, in this quarter I've completed these courses and have this many, these are my grades and so forth for the entire transcript, and you download your transcript as well. So this is the learner's perspective when they sign into the system. Let's take a look from an administrator's perspective. Let's log out of some of the screens I had here. I'm going to log in as an administrator and just kind of show you how this whole environment gets created. And as a natural byproduct of using the registration system, all the reports that we can provide to give you the data that you're looking for. So one of the things that you can do is you'll notice that when you're in the system, this is the administrative backend. And in this administrative backend, only a few people actually, a small percentage of people actually would see this. But in the backend, you can filter the data by, you can just click on the data in ascending or descending order, right? You can kind of filter the data a different number of ways. If you wanted to find, everyone who, you can sort by program. If you wanted to find only people in the IDP program, it would find people in the IDP program. So you can always filter it, and you can always export any data you see on the screen to an Excel spreadsheet just by clicking Export to Excel, and you'd see that it downloaded the Excel spreadsheet with all the raw data. Now, as a natural byproduct, some other things that you may want to do with these learners is that you may want to bulk email them, bulk enroll them into a course, bulk enroll them in a learning path. You can do all these things from a spreadsheet format, but you could also just say, show me everyone who's part of the Department of State Foreign Service Institute, because everyone who belongs to that group, I want to, just go out and get me that data. And when it gets me the data, there's a few users, 2 users here. I can say, check them all or check individuals, and then bulk enroll them or bulk email them into whatever I want them to enroll in. So I could easily say, show me every user who's never been enrolled in never completed this course or section. Show me everyone who is currently enrolled in this course or section. Show me everyone who's requested a course or who's on the wait list for the course. Show me everyone who is part of this department or that department or is enrolled in that learning path. Let me enroll them in something else. So there's a variety of ways to look at the data, but one thing that happens is that when you create your courses, and I'm looking at all my active training that's going on, when you create your courses, you have the ability to see that this course, actually, some of the things that we add on top of the LMS is we give you the ability to make it self-registering, yes or no, make it appear on the catalog, whether it requires an approval process to be enrolled in the course, whether that course has an expiration period, whether that course has prerequisites or recommended courses after you complete the course. But once you create the course, what will happen is you'll have many sections of the course. You can see that I've been teaching the course back from Q1 and Q2, but you can also see that I have 2 active sections for Q3 and Q4 currently going on. So what I can look at any particular section. I could say, just show me, the Crime and Justice 2019 Q2, and I only want to see the enrollments in that particular section. Or I can look at a course level and aggregate across all sections. I don't care if it's an archive section, an active section. Show me all current enrollments across all sections. So this is Q2, Q2. Here, if I scroll down, there may be some Q3. Here's some other sections of the course that people are still actively enrolled in. And if I looked at enrollment history, it would show me everyone who has completed that course. So I can see here's everyone who's completed, and then maybe I want to see just grades where it's grades greater than 90, or just show me everyone who's completed. I don't care what their grade is. You can easily filter and find that data, and of course export it to an Excel spreadsheet. Now we have we have something what we call affiliations. And with affiliations, you can create an affiliation structure that's nested as many levels deep. But when you're in an affiliation, if you're the manager of a particular affiliation, you would only see the learners in your affiliation. So these are all the people in my affiliation, the executive affiliation. You wouldn't see anyone from any other affiliation. So it's a filtered view. And so when you're looking at current enrollments, you're only seeing enrollments from people in your affiliation. When you're looking at enrollment history, you're only seeing completions from people in your affiliation. We can also do things like there are a number of reports. There are all sorts of statistical reports like average grades by instructor and average grades by course. We have expiration reminders, so you can say, at the top you can see filters. So I can say, just show me, expirations from people in the Foreign Service Institute, or I don't care what affiliation. Just show me every course and every enrollment, and when it's completed and when it expires. So you can see that Madison Keys from Oswego, the Oswego affiliation, she has completed 3 modules, and it shows me the date she completed them, and they expire in a year. So you can see that this is the expiration date of that, and a month before expiration she'll get an email telling her she needs to come back and retake those particular courses. I could also look at a learning path and say, show me everyone who's enrolled in the IDP learning path. These are all the people in the IDP learning path, and I can see the number of courses they completed, the total number of courses. So I can see those 3 completed, and this one is yet to complete. I can also do things like, there are a number of out-of-the-box reports. For example, show me every enrollment across all affiliations, the number that are active, the number of drop, number completed, what's our drop rate, what's our completion rate. You can look at it by affiliation. You can look at it by course, by instructor. So if I wanted to go and say, show me all my courses, I can see all my courses, the number of enrollments in each course, active, dropped, completed, those types of things. The enrollment history report is probably the biggest way to detect or report on compliance. At the top, you see a number of filters. So if I wanted to see the compliance for the CPR course, for example, I can just say, show me everyone who's enrolled in the CPR course. And I can see that there are 26 enrollments in the CPR course. Some have completed, some are active. So maybe I just want to see the ones who have completed the course, right? So the status where the status is completed, so show me status where completed, and then get data, and then you can see I only see the ones who have completed the course. I could also, maybe I want to see everyone who completed it within a particular term or something like that. So you can easily filter the data a variety of ways. Now, the other thing that you can do is that there are reports. For example, when a course requires approval, a manager will get an email that indicates that they, one of their employees wants to be enrolled in a course, and do you accept or deny? But I could easily just say, as an administrator, I could easily say, show me everyone who is waiting approval. And so these are the 4 people waiting approval. I can just click them all and say, approve or deny the request. And if I approve, they'd be enrolled in the course. If I've denied, then they wouldn't get in the course, and they'd get an email telling them that they've been denied. So there are processes for people on the wait list and people who have requesting drops. There's a course roster report, and of course there are financial ledger reports where you can see who has money, who owes us money, who's paid money recently, and there is a report builder. So no matter what type of report you want. There, of course, are a number of out-of-the-box reports, but you could actually build your own reports. The database is in a SQL Server database that's completely open to you. You can come in and say, I want the student's first name and last name, I want their grade, and I want the name of the section that they're enrolled in. And I can filter it with any type of metadata. I'm just going to say, get me that data. And when I get the data, you can see that there are 611 records where there are, students' first name, last, students' first name, last name, grade, and those type of things with the system. Now, the next thing is that you can always save this report, and when you save the report, you can actually subscribe to the report too. So you could actually create a subscription where, based on that, a report builder will build a SQL statement for you behind the scenes, whether you know it or not, and you can just cut and paste that SQL statement into the template. And then just say, I need the Charles report every Wednesday, every Monday, every Tuesday, every first of the month. I need it every hour, and it will send these recipients an email with a hyperlink that takes them to the Excel spreadsheet with the raw data from that report in that on that periodicity. The other things that you can do are, if you are under the reports, if you're more SQL savvy, there is a query builder, and in the query builder, what you can do is, for every report you're looking at, you can say, here's the enrollments completed by affiliation. You can just type in your SQL statement and then determine whether that report is a pie chart, a list chart, a bar chart. And then you can also determine what roles can see the report. The role is for instructors, it's not for instructors. So you determine who can see it and who can't see it. And then once you created the report, these reports can be run, of course, at any point in time, but you can actually create dashboards based on roles. So what I can do is I can say, I want to create a customizable dashboard. So for the admin role, I'm going to, this is my customizable dashboard for the admin role. I want to add some of those reports. So I can just come in and say, add a new chart. Show me the enrollments completed by affiliation, right? And so here's one of the charts, add that to my dashboard. Or I want to see the enrollments past the section end date. These are all the enrollments past the section end date. Or I want to see a report with, the enrollment history year to date by month. You determine how you want to view the data, and show me all enrollments and their status for 2019. You can easily find the data and then just say, hey, add this report to my my list. And if I scroll down, it adds it to the list, and I can determine, this is a wide report, so make it the full width of the screen. And then you can either, save the report or not as part of your dashboard. And then every person with that role would see it, and they could, you can allow them to customize the dashboard or not. So with that, I've given you a very short, high-level demonstration. There's a lot more the system can do, but hopefully that gives you a good perspective of the Blackboard registration system, also known as Genius, and what it can do. Thank you very much.